I just like always having things to look forward to.
Yeah.
So if I ever think about a trip, I'm like, oh, that was fun. I do the luxury of a flexible schedule and inflow of money to do so,
Sure.
of just being able to like be like, all right, I want to go somewhere new and
Mhm.
enjoy it. But take me back whenever anyone talks about like, these are the best days of my life. That was the best year. I'm like, well, then what are you doing here?
Yeah.
End it.
I also feel like my life is enormously busy. And the idea of having to add to my list to take you back to Mexico is impossible.
Well, I have to get a whole pilot's license. Do you know how many hours I have to fly before I can fly commercial?
And I'm a people pleaser, so I'll do it. But
It's a lot.
It's for you to ask me that is insane.
Also, take you back to what? This is what I think. I think I see people post a picture like, take me back. I'm like, to that time? Is it to the place? Like, were you in it? Like, were you skinnier? Like, did you like yourself more at that moment? Were you just younger? Like, take you back to what? Just post the photo. It's a beautiful photo. I'd appreciate it if you just posted it and shut up. Don't ask me to do something for you.
I think also usually what it means is take me back to a time before I hated my life and got married to someone I hate and had kids, and now I can't do anything. That can't be on me.
I guess honestly, you're bringing it around to a bigger point that I think so many people are so unhappy in their given day to day that they have to say, take me back to the 1 week of PTO they got in a year.
Yeah. Why don't more people smarten up and become stand-up comics and host podcasts?
I don't regret saying this. I have empathy for people that have less flexibility in a schedule. But look forward to something.
Yeah.
Give yourself something to look forward to, even if it's like a snack you like.
Anything.
I get so excited by such minor things that I think when
for sure
people fixate on one thing, like nothing's ever going to be good again. It's 3 words and they drive me a friggin' wall.
3 words can really,
take me back.
Can really add up.
Take me back? It's even almost...
Now I'm heated.
So that needs to end. Take me back.
Okay, that's a great one.
I've unfollowed people for posting.
That's a great one. Comment, take me back on this clip we're gonna post.
Honestly, I think it's
back.
the phrasing of the sentence, because if someone honestly posted, would love to go back here sometime, that doesn't bother me at all.
That's hilarious that's
That doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah.
Take me back? You're being a brat. You're being annoying.
Oh, you're a little fucking princess who can't
take me back.
Take yourself, daddy.
Yeah, it's like, who are you talking to? Your ex-boyfriend?
Daddy, take me back.
Royal Caribbean and your ex-boyfriend, neither of them want you back, okay?
Yeah. And they're
probably one and the same. Your boyfriend's probably on the Royal Caribbean cruise right now. This episode is sponsored by Royal Caribbean. All right, I'm done. Sorry, because I will keep going forever. That is something that needs to be died, never coming back, like my dad.
Yeah. Full circle. Yeah. Okay, what do you want to resurrect?
Probably me being a little bit more calm.
Yeah, simpler time. Yeah.
Yeah, take me back.
To a time before
I could speak.
Yeah.
Something I want to resurrect. You know what I think is like simple menus at restaurants. I feel like restaurants now are either trying to do too much high end, or just so many things.
Yeah.
Do what you're good at. Keep it simple.
Yeah.
Let's just resurrect having a good time and focusing on what we're good at. I think American restaurants give people too many options. And no one respects a chef anymore when it's such a like highly skilled, highly trained job. And I think we should resurrect respecting chefs and their choices, because it goes back to everything, like being a professional and studying something.
For sure. But you're right about the menus. They do try to give too many.
Respect the menu.
Too many options.
And then when it gets peeled back and they're then serving what people are actually ordering.
Right.
They're ordering what they're safe and comfortable with because they were so overwhelmed by the menu.
For sure. This episode is sponsored by the Cheesecake Factory menu.
I've been to a Cheesecake Factory once in my life.
It's a book, that menu.
And there were 3 proposals while I was there. 3?
No.
3 proposals in the semicircle pod of seats I was in.
Someone proposed while I worked at Fox and Hound on 15th and Spruce.
I bet they're divorced.
No way. Yeah, she said yeah, but God, at what cost? Yeah. 3 proposals at a Cheesecake Factory is...
In how long was I there? An hour? It's fast food. I mean, it was actually... I mean, it's attached to a mall, so, like, every kiss begins with K.
Probably went right from the jeweler into the Cheesecake Factory.
And God bless. This one chick was so happy showing every booth her ring.
Okay, so she went around.
I'm not gonna lie, that was my idea. I yelled out for her to do that.
For her to touch tables, go around and just make sure everyone sees
just
it.
Mostly because I needed I'm a tactile learner, so I really needed to know that this was really happening to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 proposals.
Ugly. I mean, hey, if they're happy, they're
Can
happy.
you imagine not being the first one? Imagine being the second guy that did it.
The guy,
because the first guy does it. The second guy's like, shit.
And then you're the third one.
Third guy gets to be the bit. Like third time makes it
I was
funny
gonna
again.
say,
Brings it back around.
Yeah, that's the callback. Yeah, that's good.
Oh yeah.
Third guy actually probably wasn't gonna propose that night. Saw the bit opportunity and was like, you know what?
I always think about situations, proposals, and then like, don't you like you just want to be alone and like celebrate and like be happy? Like you have to sit there. Like you still have to get the check. Like how awkward. I always think that when people like propose in the 7th inning of a game and then you're just next to each other.
Yeah.
Go home.
Yeah, what do you...
Bang.
Yeah, go home.
Why am I looking at you? Get out of here. Go think about your life together. What? Ew.
It is, you're right. It is especially, I mean, not that people tend to say no to proposals nowadays because people typically talk about them a little more.
I definitely know it's my brain saying I would be so overwhelmed, even though, yes, we talk about know what's happening, but like if someone surprised me with plans or something, I'd be so overwhelmed.
Yeah, like I don't like being surprised at all. So unless it's like with something small. I don't like being surprised with like what I'm doing, like the plans.
Oh no.
And so therefore, yeah. And if you think about a proposal, is it not just a big surprise about what you're doing, but for the rest of your life, but you're not in on it?
Yeah.
And so actually, it's kind of crazy. The idea of being proposed to is like, it's a big surprise party.
Well, I think it's funny when people like act like that. Like they didn't know they were going to spend the rest of their life with this person as logistics weren't in place.
Right. Yeah. It's not the 40s anymore.
Even if I get overwhelmed when anybody does something for me emotionally.
Mm-hmm.
Like I had a friend, Eagles Super Bowl, so 2018, I guess, NFC Championship game. My friend who lives in LA, she lived in LA at the time, texted me. She was like, I sent you something to wear for the game, blah, blah, blah. Like, get to your door. I think it's there. And she showed up to surprise me. She flew home and surprised everyone to like come watch the game at home.
Oh my God.
And I'm a blubbering mess.
Yeah.
Like if anyone does anything slightly thoughtful, I like lose my mind. Like you handed me that rose and I was like, physically overwhelmed.
Oh,
and I don't know, like people think about me and I'm very lucky. I do nice things all the time, but truly, like if someone, I don't even see myself getting married, but if someone like took the time to plan something for me, like I've had boyfriends plan really nice things and I do get overwhelmed.
I agree. I do feel the same way, and I think, I mean, I'm sure it's the same for you.
So it's a projection. Like if I was sitting in the Cheesecake Factory, got proposed to, I'd be like, I need to go home. No one needs to see me right now.
For sure. Yeah, it's like I can't fathom the idea that somebody's like sitting around thinking about something positive about me.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I do think that everyone's sitting around thinking about how they're mad at me all the time.
No, everyone sits at home, thinks about how much they like me.
You think so?
Yeah.
I do.
Why wouldn't they?
Yeah.
No, I think I have the actual opposite in between of you, where I truly don't think anyone perceives of me at all.
Yeah.
And not in a negative way or anything. I just like live my life. And then when someone says, oh, I thought of you the other day, I'm like,
yeah.
Why?
You remembered me when I wasn't.
Versus like I think about everyone else all the time. I have dreams of everybody else.
Yeah, right.
Like,
but you think you're a victim of object permanence. Like if you're not in front of everyone, people have no idea who you are.
Guess so. Oh, is that why my relationships don't work out?
You think everyone's a baby before they've developed the ability to remember?
Well, you know what's fucked? You're saying that. I'm like, oh, I've had to put myself like that. It's like I joked before about married guys being the best boyfriends. Mm-hmm. It does feel like the object permanence thing.
Yeah.
And I've said that to myself. Like, yeah, when he's here, he's here. And when he's gone, he's gone.
He's gone. I don't know who he is. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yikes.
Neil, cut this. Neil, get married to someone else and cut this. What do you want to resurrect?
I want to resurrect. I feel like there was a time when if someone told you that someone died or posted about it, they would tell you how. And I don't like how much research
I have to do to find
I
out.
have to do to find out how you died. And I don't like that it's not okay to ask. If you're going to publicly.
I definitely ask people. Like,
I
I'll
always
ask
ask.
2 layers away.
For sure. Oh, for sure. Not right away. And I will, like, in the conversation.
Not right away and not someone direct family.
Correct. And will always not just be like, how did they die? I'll be like, oh, what happened? You know, and see
Well,
how
because
much
then I'm
they're willing to
looking
give.
and you're looking at the obit and you're like, oh, they want me to donate here. Maybe it has something to do with this.
Sure.
But it's usually like, let me go donate a tree somewhere. I'm like, what, they hit a tree with their car?
Yeah,
Someone
a
tell
lot
me.
of detective. They have to donate a
So
tree.
they have to replant it.
Court-ordered tree donation.
Then I'm like, oh, did they? Oh, this one's too dark. Never mind.
No, go ahead. Okay.
Cut this, but
what?
Like, they hung themselves from a tree and the branch broke it. The branch broke.
And environmental associations are coming at them. Their family. Yeah, I want to resurrect that, and I want to resurrect like not jokes. You know what I mean? Yeah.
You have to start that.
I know, and so I will. I'll take responsibility for it, but I want to resurrect. I feel like it was a simpler time.
I think
of comedy.
I still say Psych.
Yeah, Psych was great.
Like,
but
name one if we were just saying. Like, it would be like if you were like, oh, you look so pretty right now.
Yeah,
Not.
it was a simpler time of comedy. I think it was less heady. You didn't have to think so hard about.
You wanted to be 2003 again.
Desperately. Yeah. It was yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to hear. I would laugh.
You wanted to be 2001 again. Not. Psych.
Depends on what time of year. March 2001, Shrek was released. Happily. There was actually.
Who was it? Oh, Willa Ford, the pop star, who said that her album didn't do well because it was released during like September 12th or something. She like blames 9/11 on her pop career not working out. The woman that sang "I Want to Be Bad."
Oh, okay. That's a what? So she has really heavy.
There's multiple people that say that.
Yeah,
because then Glitter came out that week,
really,
so Glitter never had a chance.
Yeah,
and then on top of that, it was like the first thing everyone was collectively like laughing about post 9/11.
So in a way, it actually gave us a lot of.
Yeah, Mariah Carey saved this country.
Joy, yeah.
People don't talk about that enough. Should I roast you now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Kirsten.
Yeah.
Do you always like to dress nice? Because every time you take a photo with someone, it'll be the one that they post when you die. I kind of want an answer to that question. Because, like, if someone took a picture of me in this outfit and that was the selfie they chose.
Yeah. No, I dress nice.
For death selfies?
I first of all just don't like pants. I'm not a pants girl. So I do wear a lot of skirts and dresses.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Did you not like playing when you were little?
I don't know. I do always have shorts underneath of my stuff.
God, I hope so. I'd be fucking seeing
the And I do usually have tights on, but I don't know. I like I'm just not I don't like the feeling of being in jeans and like being constricted.
Yeah.
And also like in dance classes and stuff.
Yeah.
That like typically like you're wearing something like pretty flat. Yeah, I don't know. I just want to be.
You're a performer. That's what it is. It all comes back to performing.
Yeah.
I have a couple more.
Yeah. But that's my answer. Is you never know what photo is going to be the one in your obit. So I got to always look on my game. 100%. Thank you for asking.
Kirsten.
Yeah.
You have cystic fibrosis.
Yeah.
Do you ever worry that they're going to find a cure for you and you're going to have to deal with the consequence of your own action for once?
All the time. I actually have a joke about that. About when people tell me that, like trying to be kind and like I donated to the cystic fibrosis research. I'm like, fucking don't.
You're like, stop.
Are you mad at me?
You're like, just Venmo me directly.
Yeah. In a way, I am the cystic fibrosis foundation.
I just have one more.
Go ahead.
Kirsten, You went to theater school. Would you recommend for other kids to go into debt and graduate with no marketable skills or friends?
Or friends.
Just curious. I wrote something else about marketable skills and something else, but I was like, no, because then I want to say social skills, but I don't want to say skills twice.
Yeah.
But we had talked about theater school bubble and stuff last time.
Wait, what was the one you said was that Rachel was like, it's too mean?
I think I said something else about the consequence of your own action. Let me see if I left it in my note.
Yeah.
I think I said. Yeah, I think I deleted it, but it was just more like, do you ever worry that they're gonna find a cure and you're gonna deal with being a shitty person or something? Like, it was something just like a crasser way of saying what I said.
Yeah. Okay, great. Yeah. Thank you for thank you for your feedback.
We can roast me together.
Yeah. Let's go.
I have no.
Let's do it.
I think roasting is like a funny necessity in things. Because we all see things so differently.
Agreed. And I think it is like a fun way to also hear how people are viewing things that you would never have seen it that way.
Well, it's like when I go for walks, like I'll go out in the morning and go bird watch or go for a walk or something, and I'm like, we'll look at someone else and like never criticize them because I'm like, oh, look at them going out for their walk. But I'm often like, what the hell are they thinking about me? Because I'm not like this morning I was full Unabomber. Like I was in a different sweatsuit, but I had sunglasses and it was kind of windy, and I had a hat and then my hood and then my jacket hood. And I just wonder like how alone people think I am when they see a younger person alone walking in the mornings. Like, not a roast, but I like always wonder if like other people's perceptions of like what I'm doing when they see me, because like I do the same thing. Like when I see an older person bird watching or something alone, I'm like, oh my god, their spouse is definitely dead and they're out here like blah blah blah. Like 100%. I always run through this whole scenario, but then I'm like, and then they're probably like, oh my god, this
poor girl,
this
has never
single lesbian
met a man.
yeah.
I'm trying to think of a good word for the comfy aesthetic that you're referring to.
Well, the reason I have 6 of these Nike sweatsuits is because when I was working from home for my other like actual office jobs, there were like some mornings I was waking up like hungover, doing comedy late at night, and just like not getting dressed for my first meetings, and then I would like wake up for a morning meeting, wash my face, brush my teeth, but like that's it, and like roll out, do the meetings, and then I would get sucked into work, and then all of a sudden it'd be 3 p.m. and I would not have gotten dressed. So I truly brought like black, different shade of black, gray, light gray, and then like a fun color, just so I would have Monday just a set get up and get changed. So and I always make this bit, but there's something about when I see people in sweatsuits, I always think like they peed their pants at recess, because in our elementary school they had like Champion sweats, which now are hella expensive, but those were the pee pants outfits. Had to. If you pissed your pants in elementary school, the nurse would give you
sweatpants,
like a Champion like matching set.
I feel like when I see people in matching sets, maybe it's a living in South Philly thing, but when someone's an adult man is dressed in a matching set and he just looks like you owe him money. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, I just like picturing their closets, like where he has to have like a red hanger for like each outfit. Like he wouldn't know how to dress.
Big time. Yeah. Yeah, I would say maybe like, Jamie, you're an OnlyFans girl, right?
That's it.
That's the bit. Be like, I think you look like if somebody went on Pornhub and did their sort by destitution.
I know that when you said like looking for money, I was like, you look like the poorest person that's asking you for money.
Yeah. You look like you're like a niche market on one of these sites for like who's like,
I do want to make a bit of something like people hear OnlyFans and they think like Instagram model, they think like whatever, Botox to the nines and like everything, and I'm like cruising on it and not doing any of that.
You're kind of breaking barriers,
but I don't want to like make like when I write a bit on stage, I don't want it to be like self-deprecating like about it, because I don't mean that, but there is something funny about what people immediately think, and then they hear I do it, and then they're every time look immediately at my midsection. Like, you have an OnlyFans?
That's
like they're looking for something under a desk. Like,
Where is it?
Even though, yeah.
You did say to me before that when people will, as a joke, or when someone will like introduce you like that, you said you did a show where the host introduced you and said something about your OnlyFans.
Because I did the recording for OnlyFans TV.
Yes.
So he's like, you can see her at like LMAOF, which is OnlyFans TV comedy content. Shout out, watch my set on there. It was super fun. Episode 38.
It was great. But that you said when people do that in normal shows, then one, you think like it's played for laughs, like they think it's a bit. And then that you feel like when you walk out, then they have a very high expectation of what you're going to be.
Yeah, I walk out to like crickets, horny crickets, but they're
horny
crickets.
Little crickets.
Yeah, it's like this moment where it's like anything. Like if someone came out and was like, she was on the like Olympic whatever team, you would expect someone. Like people have expectations of what things look like.
That would be a fun way to. I'm trying to think of what would be a fun way to describe me in terms of. Oh, I'm sorry, Neil. In terms of making someone think it's true, and then I walk out on oxygen.
Oh. I mean, whatever. I would be like,
yeah,
you know, our first chair in the Philadelphia Orchestra, like Piccolo. Like something you obviously could not do because you have the lung capacity of a goldfish. But that's like that talk about heady jokes. Like,
yeah,
it would
right.
Take people so long to even
think
people
or like
laugh
she came in for like 5K runner, like something like that.
Yeah, people laugh when they just hear OnlyFans.
Yeah, they do think it's a punchline, which is
Which is just like people are just so scared of any form of reality.
Yeah.
Like it's become a joke for people, which is crazy because like some people work in finance, which is also made up. So
yeah, and also typically when I hear anybody does something like OnlyFans, I realize that they likely make, especially if it's enough that it's like a big income for them.
It's enough that I'm dressing like this during the day,
which is a sign of
in
wealth
public
in itself. Yeah.
Yeah, this is my Steve Jobs outfit.
Oh,
you guys couldn't tell.
Yeah.
Right? That whole thing that he wore the same outfit to lessen the decision making you have to do in a day, which is why I bought the sweatsuits.
Interesting.
You just wake up and wear the same thing.
I know that thing about Zuckerberg, right? Like he was always in like flip-flop, like always dressed very poor.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Well, don't rappers say that? Like millionaires wear chains and billionaires wear t-shirts?
Yeah. Yeah. It's like an old money, new money thing, I think also.
I want both monies.
I would just love money. I'm so sick
Brainstorm
of being poor.
Fans, how can we make money?
Yeah. Should we start a Dying Up Here pod OnlyFans?
Well, we can put just extra clips behind this.
Yeah. On screen. Would you guys pay for that?
People will pay for anything.
People will pay for anything.
What was the sick kink? What do they call them?
Medfet.
Medical
fetish. Yeah.
Medfet.
Yeah. If you have a Medfet,
girl,
write in now, and if you donate enough money, Jamie will give me an IV on screen. I have all of the equipment at home.
Can you imagine?
Jamie will access my port that I have surgically put in my chest. This. She's not gonna wash her hands either.
And I'm just gonna be like, you are sick.
You've been a sick girl.
No, me looking dead to camera being like, you guys are sickos. Here's one thing I've been asked. I will deny any request I don't feel comfortable doing on OnlyFans. Yeah. Obviously, like as I've said a million times, don't get naked. I don't get naked. You guys still ask. I won't do it. Won't do it. I would need $100,000 cash money for you to see any type of pit or slit from me.
Good for you. I would do it.
How much?
Not that I don't know.
What did I say? I would even up it to 500K.
I've done like I don't want to say because you're gonna make fun of me for saying I'm a performer, but I've been taught like you could likely just Google my boobs, for free. Yeah. I don't know if you could. Kirsten Michelle Cills tits.
I don't remember what I was just gonna say. Though.
You were saying $100,000.
I know, but before that, why I said that? You said you were gonna do
because I was saying, how do we make money?
How do we make money?
I'm sick of being poor. I told you this recently. We're going to cut this, but that I've been thinking about restarting my OnlyFans.
I keep asking about nudes. I really had a thought before I went off on that tangent. You should restart it.
I should, yeah.
We can always do extended episode stuff on OnlyFans.
Yeah, I think I might. I was thinking about that a couple days ago. I was like, and I wasn't doing anything new to begin with. Like,
yeah.
But
It's fun. Like I like talking to people. It's like a totally different subscriber subset.
Yeah.
Like I said, I feel like some days are harder and some days are not. Like,
yeah.
But for the most part, people are paying to talk to you. They're gonna be respectful.
It's tough because I do already kind of have a sugar daddy in that $25.
Cut that. I thought it was 20. It was 25.
$25. Yeah, that's what I told you.
I thought it was 20.
Yeah. So actually,
I'm pausing long enough for me to edit this out.
I'm actually maybe not even in the market for a sugar daddy.
I think anybody can make money any sorts of way.
Yeah. What do you think should be my niche?
Well, you were a performer.
Mm-hmm. 2 monologues.
Topless monologues.
Pay big for that. Yeah.
People would.
Yeah.
You should do like polls and ask which monologue they want to see and then have them pay $5 to see it. Do a live stream monologue. Anything.
It's a great move, honestly.
There's so many things. People would pay to see behind the scenes stuff. I do little clips from shows that I'm not posting from, like whatever.
Yeah, I was thinking like I wanted to start like a comedy one.
Very supportive of comedy.
Yeah. And I agree. And I do think that I hear people a lot because of people feeling bad for me. Like, however we can support.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, here's my Venmo.
It clicked for me. This is what I was going to say.
Go ahead.
About what people ask me for and what I deny.
Mm-hmm.
This guy has asked me multiple times for like an open mouth tongue photo.
Okay.
Like just to like show your mouth. And I said, no, I won't do that.
Because you're against it or because it was so weird how bad he wanted it?
He's not even like begging or anything. He's just like asked a few times and we're just I'm stumped.
But I feel like just the fact of someone asking for it, like I would maybe, if you inadvertently posted a photo that was an open mouth tongue, it's one thing. But as soon as someone says they want it, it's like, for what?
Yeah, it's just not
for
something.
What?
Yeah, if I get a weird feeling about it, I say no.
Yeah.
Like some people people ask for feet pics.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't care so much about. I always wear like intense socks when I'm like doing any photos. Like I'll be in full lingerie and ski socks.
Yeah. Jamie's wearing OnlyFans branded.
Can you see
crew sweat socks right now?
Good, Neil.
Can you see them?
Cover my crotch.
Yeah. Continue. Sorry.
Yeah, I like determine what, and like the feet thing I was kind of adverse to because again.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like no different than getting turned on by a different body part, I guess. It's just something they're into.
Mm-hmm.
But it's usually $200 minimum if they pay for my mani-pedi. They can get a picture of me getting the pedicure done.
Sure. Okay. And you won't charge them also for the photo?
No, I will. What are you nuts?
Oh, okay. So on top of the on top of the paying for the mani-pedi, they will. Okay. Yeah.
And if they want it that bad, God bless.
And they do.
I've been getting nice manicures. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Oh, look. Yeah, those do look nice.
I'm gonna get them redone. I'm going on a trip soon.
Look at those. Where are you going?
I'll tell you off mic so the feet guys don't follow.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I think you should open it up to doing that again.
Yeah, I definitely would. And I'm also just
any way to make money to focus on comedy is really
agreed.
So that's
exactly my thought.
That's like the 100% thing for me. Like I'm passionate about comedy.
Yeah.
Is the salary there and livable? No, for me right now, no. So I have to make money some other way, and doing a 9-to-5 was sucking the life out of me.
Yeah, it is, and
then I'm supposed to be creative after I just sat there and talked to engineers for 8 hours all day. Like I need to live to write more jokes and stuff. Like people are like, how do you come up with stuff? As leaving my house, stuff happens.
Yeah, stuff will always happen if you give yourself the opportunity for it to happen. But yeah, if you were too stuck in your routine, there's no way you could.
2 jokes I wrote were because I went to a friend's birthday party.
Yeah,
and now I have like 2 opening jokes I've been using.
Are
they doing well? Probably not the best jokes I've ever written, but that's how it starts.
Should we pick a situation that isn't crazy, but that neither of us have done, and just go do it to like what's something you've never done, like just to get that, like just to have an experience, an activity.
What's something you've never done? You're the one that needs a real bucket list.
I do have a bucket list.
What else is on it? Should we be doing the bucket list and reviewing it on the pod?
We probably should. They wrote about it a little bit in that Inquirer article. My bucket list is
the one they're gonna hashtag repost when you kick it.
I was hoping they'd write a new one or like an update at least. But
me and your mom will collab.
being terminally ill, I do actually take my bucket list very seriously.
Yeah.
And I do not put things on unless, unless I think they're achievable and it's been a long amount of time that I can prove that I still really do want to do this. But some of it's dumb. Like I can't do a cartwheel. I've never done one. Would love to do one successfully.
Okay. Well, can you work out?
Yeah.
So why can't you do a cartwheel?
That's a great, I'd like to get to the bottom of that myself.
That's like one you could get going in a month.
I have
like
tried
a decent cartwheel.
I'm telling you, I have tried for years. I have had so many people be like, it's just because no one's explained it to you well. Let me explain
No, not explaining it. Like, do you have a personal trainer that could help you?
No, but I have friends who are personal trainers.
Well, get them.
Okay.
That's doable, and I don't want to hear that one ever again.
Okay. Well, once I cross it off. Let's see.
Don't be stupid.
Shotgun a beer in under 10 seconds. Never been able to do it that quick, but I am pretty good at shotgunning a beer. You're judging me so.
These two are
hard
like
right
not
now.
someone that I would think has been dying her whole life.
Okay, they're all different levels. There's also like meet Matthew Lillard, but I did that recently. Yeah, so like I crossed it off, but that was one that was on.
Great.
I only have like on my meet list.
Did you tell him it was on your bucket list?
I did. I told him that I tried to as a kid use my Make-A-Wish to meet him and Skeet Ulrich because I was so obsessed with Scream, and my doctors were unhappy, and it was already an issue on the table about how much horror I was watching in the hospital.
I don't get that because I've read stuff about how Make-A-Wish will fund like kitchen renovations when they're doing Make-A-Wish.
We'll do anything,
like babies and stuff, and parents will use the money.
Insane. I feel like it's better for the kid's life if we have a better kitchen. The only people on my meet list are Matthew Lillard, Jimmy Fallon, which I've already met both of them. Mike Schur, who's the creator of Parks and Rec, head writer on The Office, whatever.
He's on the to meet list?
Yeah. Mike Schur and Mike Flanagan, who's a horror creator. Those are my four.
Are there any not white men on your list?
No, because there's apparently no non-white men in Hollywood. Yeah. Yeah.
I think you could meet them all.
Yeah, I've met.
So what's doable? You're in a shotgun.
Okay, what's doable? A lot of travel things are doable.
Like what? What's the next place?
Let's see. I mean, across seas, like Venice, Sicily.
Wait, are those two? You're saying you just want to go over an ocean?
But I specifically want to go to these places. But I'm saying, like, in terms of places that are a little further and take some more planning, Venice, Sicily. In terms of things that are, in America, like I want to go to the Amityville house, the Amityville Horror House in New York.
We're doing that. That's us.
Let's do it. Okay, great. Yeah, we could drive there. It's easy.
That's what I'm saying. Why haven't you done it? When do you want to go? Spring would be pretty if we could go soon.
Yeah, we could do that.
Great. Keep going.
Sorry. I want to. These are just like things that I think everyone should do in their life. They're not all like important. Have sex in an elevator. I know it's like very difficult timing wise.
Why that one? Movie? You're such an actor.
No.
Think about the logistics of that. Does it have to be moving elevator? You just want to be stuck.
I mean, how often can you get a non-moving elevator?
Well, if you don't press any buttons, you're stuck.
Sure, but then anybody could come in. Yeah, okay.
What is am I missing something on that?
No, there's no. I don't know. I've been working on this list since I was like. It's been a long time. I only put things on this list if it's been that I've wanted to do it for a long time. Crash a wedding. I've never done. Crash someone else's wedding.
I've only crashed bachelor parties.
Okay, nice.
And marriages.
Go to the Museum of Death in LA. I've never been, but it did. I'm almost positive it closed for COVID and maybe never came back. So that I might actually be I might be done there.
That should have been our remote pod episode, really.
Yeah. I wrote build a baller sandcastle. I don't know how I'll decide if it's baller, but I never really.
It's open. Museum of Death.
Is it
still open? Museum of Death, yeah.
Okay.
No, we should do
Smoke a Cigarette is on here too, Jim.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we just got to go to a tailgate for cartwheel, cig, and beer.
Easy. Yeah, you're right. No, we can cross off a good amount of these. I had smash a snow globe. I did that. Just like things I want to. I don't know how I decide what.
Yeah.
Strip on stage, like be a stripper for a night. Not like it.
Have you done that?
Yeah, not paid, but but definitely did. Yeah.
You didn't disclose paid.
I have great footage of it. I did it in college. Yeah. So like they're all different levels of like
they don't
importance.
have to be. It's your bucket list. That's the whole point.
Yeah. Get pied in the face.
Excuse me?
Yeah. How people get like pied like in movies.
Yeah, but that's doable too.
Yeah.
Can we do that next episode?
Please. Yeah. Surprise me.
Whipped cream? Yeah,
whipped cream. Go ahead.
Put it on.
Surprise me.
I'm telling you right now, it's happening.
Okay. It would be funny if you did it at my open casket.
Oh, and didn't say anything, just slammed it and walked away.
Like she asked for it.
Would you do an open casket?
Depends on how I die, but if I die of natural causes I'm this hot, yes.
You want people to think your corpse is hot?
I want people to remember me. I want to die the way I live.
Straight up right now. Close your eyes. This outfit died right now. This is it.
Actually, kind of a dream.
You want an open casket
for sure.
So you want to be buried.
I guess that's true. I guess if you do have an open casket, you are buried, right? You can't be cremated after.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah.
They have to do all the embalming.
You're right. I kind of don't want to be buried. I don't know. I just want people to be able to come to my open casket, and as people like walk through and everyone like says their goodbyes, like my friends could come in and like
don't you want big like portraits of yourself instead?
Tell me shit. Yeah. No, I don't know. I'll have to do that thing that people do in movies where they like make a video right before they die and it plays.
Hey guys, if you're watching this, it finally happened. The moment you've all been waiting for.
Then I'll hold for applause for
your dying
how long I think it'll happen.
Died. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
I want to be
reading my will
for sure.
Yeah. I don't have anything in my will to give right now.
I want, if they can, whatever, donate all my organs.
Yeah, I am an organ donor. I don't know how many of them they want, but
yeah, well, how does that pass?
Yeah, they don't really.
How many usable things you got in there?
My eye? No, not even my eyes. I have an awful vision. Minus
someone
7.
Gets your eyes in the
minus 7.0 contact prescription.
I don't know what that means.
Well, really so high that you can't even. You get LASIK, and LASIK couldn't even correct it because it's that bad. Like most people would be like, I don't know, minus 2.5.
What is your mom's genetic?
Bad. My mom.
But Brad's fine.
Brad's fine. It's about me. It's
can
like
Brad see?
I can see.
No,
you know the movie Holes? How like they didn't carry Madame Zeroni up the hill, and then the family's cursed. I feel that way about
your mom having sex with your dad more than once.
More than once, yeah. Maybe Brad's not his kid. I am, and somehow, yeah.
Why
I don't know.
Why did they name you Fender Gibson?
Because they're sexist.
Could have called you Les Paul.
It was the stupidest guitar name to go with. Fender Gibson are at least two names that I could maybe see a human having. I wouldn't like
they
it.
They could have like named you like Electra.
Casio.
Wow, I was surprised to hear you want open casket.
Yeah. If I look this hot, as hot as I do now, and I die of something not that crazy, I want my friends to be able to come around and like whisper or tell me shit that's going on.
So you
like someone who's there who's crying and shouldn't be.
Open casket's not for me.
Okay, you don't want. Would you, if I did have an open casket, would you go look, or would you not look at me dead?
I would go.
Would you look though?
I would go, but I would make a whole stink about it. I'm like, ugh.
Would definitely be about you.
She's still performing.
Oh my god, yeah.
Finally ended, and she still needs us to look at her.
And be in full stage makeup.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I would. I wish you would do it like a Build-A-Bear, where you would record your voice a little bit, so every time people leaned over, it would say something different.
That's yeah. Well, would it have to be some sort of little your catchphrases?
It'd be like someone gets too close. It's like, ow. Like, can you imagine scaring people at your funeral?
That would actually be so funny.
Yeah. I've been to a ton of funerals, and
yeah,
every time there's a viewing, I'm like,
I do hate the open casket.
Especially when the procession's so long, and then you're stuck at like the feet end of the casket while people with the family, and you're like, ooh, where do I look?
My cousin, when he's my age, when we were both 13, he ended his life.
Yeah.
And they did an open casket for him. He was 13. I thought that was so like
brutal.
It was all like his or friends who were like 13 looking and their lives changing forever. It's like I've seen people dead already or die,
boy.
in front of me because of 9/11, but
Yeah.
no one else should have to do that.
No, my grandma died while I was in the room. She was like at home after being sick for a
Yeah.
while. I can still hear like the scream my mom let out. And I just was like, open casket's such a bizarre tradition that we could end.
No, I guess you're right.
I know, like, it's
lay it
pretty
out to
innate.
rest.
Like, I've heard of like animals doing the same thing where they like pay respect to a dead body.
Yeah.
Like, there's studies done that many animals do that, but
Animals have the respect to leave the house when they know they're gonna die.
that's what I mean. Go hide in the woods. I don't need to see your dead body. I don't need to see you sick and dead.
You don't think you don't think you would give me shit after I'm dead for the more dramatic move, which would be to run away right before I die?
I could totally see you doing that.
You would. That's what I'm saying. You'd make fun of me either way. You'd be like that. Of course, she did something like that.
No, but I see you running away. Then your body's found with like a note about being cremate you and like where to spread it.
Oh yeah, where do I want my ashes?
It would be on some stage, some ocean. Take me back to Mexico. Take me back in ash form. I was like, I even read into those pods where they could like bury your body and like turn it into like a tree pod. Whatever.
Yeah, those are cool.
No, definitely burn me up and just do whatever.
Yeah. No, I would definitely be okay with being cremated, especially because I know it's very expensive to be buried. So depending on like who has to pay,
it's the grossest form of capitalism at this point.
It is.
All healthcare, all everything, and leading with the expensive casket, embalming, getting makeup done, making sure someone takes care of your body. My goodness, it's fat.
I honestly never, until what you just said, I'm sure you saw it in my face, never thought about the fact that I could not have an open casket and then also be cremated.
I'm pretty sure
I think you're right, but I never put that together.
Because they do stuff to the body to preserve it so people can look at it. That's what I think is like, whatever. I don't mean to like shit on people's traditions and whatever is for their religion and stuff, but full stop, having empathy for that. I don't need to look at a dead body of someone that I loved with makeup on.
Yeah, they never look like them. That's your last memory.
I don't need
usually.
To see you go see the wax figure of Oprah. I don't need to see a wax figure. Jeez.
Actually, that's maybe what I want for my body. I do want to be.
Just put her up in Madame Tussauds.
I want to be in
your actual body.
Yeah.
Taxidermy me. Someone skin me.
If I could be taxidermized, I would.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would. In pieces, though, like cut up, and then you could have like my hand. You can hold it whenever.
Oh, that's really nice of you.
Yeah, like an embalmed hand.
What?
Would you take it?
I think there's people higher than me on the list to get a hand.
Okay. You think the hand's the hot commodity?
Well, like your mom might want that. That's nice.
The idea of my mom having to explain to people when they come over like, what the hand is.
Addams Family on on your mantle. I've always thought cremated in this.
Yeah, I've always thought cremated as well, but you're blowing my mind about the fact that I could not be getting an open casket. But you're right.
You're blowing my mind that I can't get attention twice in the afterlife.
Well, I would run away, but I know that you would count that as trying to get attention as well.
Would you run away?
I think it'd be funny
if you were like this. I know this in my last couple of days. Would you go like road trip and disappear?
For sure, I think it'd be funny. I would tell one person that I did it.
No, you can't put that on someone. You just got to keep a note with you so when your car is found. It's kind of so shitty to do to your mom after this whole life and then stress her out the last week.
Yeah.
Because what is she gonna be like? Oh, classic Kier, just like a cat.
Oh my god,
ran away.
It's so Kier. Yeah.
I think it threw me off that you would. Neil, would you do an open casket for yourself?
Yeah, I would probably do an open casket, especially if I'm dying sooner and like my mom wanted to see me. I'm sure she would want to.
Oh.
And then I would just do cremation.
Well, I think what we're realizing is
you can do both?
Yeah, no, you can do both.
You can?
Yeah, fire cure.
And you didn't stop us when we were speculating wildly and just correct us this whole time?
I thought there were just too many chemicals when they like keep you preserved.
Yeah, you'd think you'd be flammable.
But I know nothing about this.
Yeah.
Can you Google it? Or you know that for sure?
Yeah, we can blow. I'm fairly certain I've had relatives that I've viewed and then gone. Yeah,
they've been cremated.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I looked at them and then I lit them on fire.
Neil personally cremated them.
Can you?
Cremated as a Catholic? It
Except for you
suggested it like
can't,
Neil
right?
already looked it up prior.
Do not have laws that were okay. So you don't have to be embalmed before a public viewing. Blech.
Right.
Well, they don't just embalm you for a viewing; they embalm you to be buried.
Sure.
can.
But it's for the viewing. Like,
Right. So you
it's
don't
for the
start
viewing.
looking.
But if someone's not having a viewing, if someone's not having an open casket, will they be embalmed?
They don't need to be. No. If so, sometimes when
So you're not required for the embalming, so you can be cremated after.
Yeah. So they'll do that. They'll do the viewing like very quickly after you die. So this way it can be kept
I
as
thought
free as
you
that.
meant like that day, like really quickly.
Yeah. They'll pump it out.
Like every minute counts.
You guys
before
watch?
you start
Did
looking
you watch
worse.
My Girl?
Oh yeah.
Did you watch My Girl? Oh,
Yeah, it was. That was weird that it was an open casket.
brutal.
Yeah, just like
Oh,
you
it's
can't see
horrible.
without his
His glasses. He needs his glasses.
Yeah. That kid was like fucking 8. Okay.
Oh shoot, we're over
All right,
time.
let's
Let's wrap up with something positive.
Okay.
Not that that was negative. I think it's important to know how you want to go, because if your whole life you've been told you're dying, I want to know how you want to wrap it up. What's your big closer?
And also, what's your closer? And also, if you're listening to this podcast,
get a grip.
Grow up. Stop listening to this podcast. What's fucking wrong with you?
Never caption photo take me back. Because I'll give you a reason to say it.
Why I oughta.
All right, I'm Jamie.
I'm Kirsten.
Neil's over there.
Mm-hmm.
We're dying. Stop being weird.
Okay.